But I appreciate all the views on the video yesterday. With the videos, I didn't mean for it to be all that, but I had a lot going on yesterday. Y'all saw that, and y'all saw, the trials and tribulations of being in business for yourself, man. I like to think, after watching the video, that I didn't call the young man out or anything like that, and that's got to be known, because I don't want to alienate nobody like I have in the past. And I know I've been pretty harsh on some of the guys working out here for me, and I'm trying to get away from that, but I want to keep it real too at the same time. And keeping it real is always the number one thing, right behind earning. I'm not really trying to run the young man under the bus, because he really does a good job based on where he's at. I'm always talking about, people are always coming in the comments and, well, this guy was in business, he's only been in business 3 years and he's further along than you. And, you always have to look at where people come from. For me, and I'll just go into this just for a brief moment. For me, my upbringing, my dad was never around. So for you guys that have a successful business, or headed to a successful business, or a successful life, whatever, think about this, right? Think about everything that your pops did for you to help you, to nurture you, to show you how to be a man, to show you how to do things. Think about all throughout your life, right? The advice, the help you with finances, your go-to guy, your whole life is all you know. You don't know no different. Now, picture that never happening, him never being there, him never advising. Think about what your life would be like if Pops did not exist. Just think about that for one moment. And all the things that Pops did for you as a little boy all the way up to a grown man. There's a lot of guys that didn't have none of that, right? None of that. I didn't have any of that. So, and and I'm not trying to get a pity party here. I'm just stating that the obvious, that if you had your dad helping you out and guiding you and nurturing you your whole life, and I didn't, well, you're probably going to be a lot further along, a lot quicker than a guy like me. Maybe. I mean, that would be my assumption, because if somebody were doing a video like this and they flipped it around and was saying this about their mom being gone, and then I think about, what would my life be like without my mom? And then I think about, oh my God, it would be chaotic. It would be, there's no telling where I'd be. Probably in prison or something. So when guys come at me in the comments talking about, well, you ain't shit and you ain't this and you ain't that, there's guys that have been doing it, for 2 years that are further along than you. You're probably right. There probably are. And there always will be somebody better and somebody, more successful. There's better looking. I mean, there's always going to be that. I don't worry about that anymore. But what you have to think about is where they started from. They probably had a pops in their life really showing them how to live, how to be a grown man. I didn't have none of that. And when you factor in those type of things, beyond all the rhetoric that you see in the comments sometimes, you have to go back to where you came from. Where'd you start at? I didn't start out with no pops, that's for sure. And so the guidance that a lot of guys may have gotten in life has really helped them develop a business a lot quicker, if you will. I ain't saying everybody, and I know there's plenty of guys just like me that ain't got no, that daddy ain't never been nothing. But I just want to throw that out there. So when you guys come at me talking about you ain't nothing, you ain't stacking, you ain't this, you ain't that, you can't hurt me, man. You can't harm me. You can't. It doesn't deter me, you know. Because I've had all of those things thrown at me my whole life. You see, it doesn't really, you know, yeah, I might come on YouTube and cry about it, but YouTube is my vent. YouTube is my psych doctor. All, you know, we're none of us are the same. We all have different backgrounds, and to be quite frank with you, we all have our strong suit and our weak suit, right? And I'm not as strong in some things as I am in others. This guy's from the Gator Made place. Let me call him, man.